Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is the one and only Big Bright. Welcome to LTA, the channel where we explore the intricacies of relationships, and we aid you in the journey of self-growth and love. I am your host, and today we are going to talk about the self, the individual, the person, the ego. And we are going to spread love and tenderness and companionship and extend the friendly arm, in this case a friendly voice, to let you know that you are not alone. You see, people have two types of energy. There's inward energy or outward energy. There's people that need to be in a good environment. They need to be surrounded with good people, and they will absorb that energy. Some people, if they're around good people, they become good people. If they're around bad people, they become the worst. Some other people have an outward energy. They emanate good energy, vibrant energy, positivity, and people get drawn to that person. These people on average are natural born leaders, are leaders, not followers. And these people on average actually suffer the most because they're not fools. You see, when you're a fool, it's easy. You just follow. But when you're not a fool and you have to pave the way for greatness, it's difficult. See, a lot of people get close to you because you are great. A lot of people get close to you because they are jealous, because they just want to feel that energy. They want to feel, how is it like to be great? The whole time they're pretending and laughing, smiling at you. They're lying and they're talking about you behind your back. But the fact of the matter is, you are the light. And I want you, the person that's listening right now, to understand you are great. You are the light. And I know you have goals and objectives and dreams and things that feel so far to you that you feel as though you will never get there. And today, more than ever, we are all connected. The government is always listening to anything that we do. They're looking at us through our own cameras and our phones, but we are so further away from each other more than ever before. So I'm telling you, this is the voice that's telling you, you are the light. It's up to you to pave your own life the way you want it to go. The reason why it feels further away is because you're surrounded with negativity. And that negativity comes not just from your surroundings, but it comes from within. That actually leads to my one of 2 episodes ago. If you want to check it out, I'll leave the link for it in the description below, for the shadow within. If you haven't seen that episode, I recommend you go and know about the shadow within. So you have the shadow within that's going to be making you doubt yourself. I want to be the other voice. I want to tell you that you are the light. And it doesn't matter what you're going through, you're not alone. I know you feel like you're alone. You're not alone. And it doesn't matter how bad things go, you are not alone. You are not alone. So you have to think about, what is it that you want for sure? Don't worry about whatever you're feeling like or whatever you're thinking about doing. It feels like it's stupid. it's never gonna be, it's never gonna happen. It's just like so further away, so far. Think about not how you're gonna get there, but how bad you want it. Feel as though you have already accomplished it. Speak about it in the present tense. You see, God spoke the world into existence. He spoke the world into existence. So every time you're around negative people, complaining all the time. Some people complain for no reason. They complain even if there's nothing to complain. Or you yourself, you're complaining about things that there's nothing to complain. Just think about it. Where were you last year? I'm pretty sure this year you're better than last year. Maybe 2 years ago. Or maybe you were not. Maybe you were on a reset journey. Correct? That could be it. But I bet you're better than yesterday. Right? So, life is a journey. There is no set time to do anything. The first thing you need to do, because you are the light, you are the one people feed from, right? So you have the outward energy, right? So the first thing you need to do is make sure that you don't have energy leechers around you. People that will drain your energy with their negativity. People that will smile in front of you, they will smile in your face, but as soon as you're not there, they're talking about your life. They're talking about you to someone else. These people will drag you down. Now, you can't choose who you work with, but you can certainly choose who you interact with. You obviously, if you work in customer service or you're a clerk or whatnot, you can't choose the customers that you get. So you do your job, you keep that professional. But the coworkers and colleagues, you need to choose the ones that have a similar mindset to yours. Because everyone else, you can't really account for. You don't know what they want from you. So you start by doing that. You start by curating your environment. Who's around you? As soon as you get yourself away from certain people, you feel better automatically. It's just within a heartbeat. Boom, you feel better. Then you have to look at yourself, not just subjectively, but objectively. And you need to get those things together. Differ them, know what they mean within you, and know what you want. Through that journey, you will know what you truly want. And when you go for it, go for it. Don't be confused. Don't be afraid. Go for it. Because the no is guaranteed. You're not making it, it's guaranteed. What if you don't? That's the thing. This is when you make it. What if you don't? What if you actually make it? What if you don't miss, you don't fail? And that can only happen when you are consistent. It's important to be consistent. No matter what you're doing, be consistent. You need to set goals on a regular basis. You need to set goals for at least for every 3 to 6 months. What is it that you want to do within that period of time? What is it that you want to accomplish? If you can accomplish half of your micro goals or small goals or regular goals, you already winning. And if you can do this despite all the negative and all the setbacks, all the negativity and all the setbacks, you already winning. The reason why life is so tough on you is because you are the light. You are the light. You have skills. You have certain traits in your personality that attracts people. Sometimes you feel as though it attracts the wrong people. It attracts all sorts of people. But if you're attracting the wrong people, it's because you are surrounded by the wrong people. If you want to be great, you have to be surrounded by greatness. And that greatness starts from within. What is the quality of your thoughts? What kind of things have you been thinking about recently? Are you having mediocre thoughts? Are you feeding your small soul or your big soul? Are you feeding your carnal tendencies, urges, or are you feeding your knowledge, your spirit? When was the last time you meditated? If you don't believe in God, which you should, but you don't need to be religious to believe in God, but you should definitely believe in God. However, if you don't, when was the last time you meditated? Meditating is amazing. When was the last time you had time for yourself, for you, the ego, the individual, the person, the self? It's important to have time for yourself. You see, gym time is self time. It's just time for yourself. Then you have family, friends. Hopefully you have family and friends. What is it that you're doing with your time? How long have you spent recently working on your dreams? These are all pertinent questions. These are all questions very important that you need to ask yourself. And if you think as though you lack objectivity, listen to this video over and over again. Listen to the questions that I've asked. These questions makes you think. If any of my videos help just one person, I'm already happy. If I can help one person to look at themselves, stop blaming other people for their problems, and look at themselves and understand that they keep putting themselves in situations where people can harm them. I have done that same mistake, and I had to learn by myself, and I didn't have nobody to give me advice. So I will extend that knowledge for free. Curate your environment. Choose your surroundings carefully. Don't be around people that pretend to be your friends. People that lie have different faces, but people that tell the truth have only one face. They have only one face, and they will present the same face consistently. But if you're around people that have mood swings on a regular basis, these people are not well. A person that is content, that is happy with themselves, they are themselves every single day. A person that is not happy with themselves, they tend to change on a regular basis. They try to hide who they are, but you can only hide so far. So let's forget about everyone around you. Let's forget about the world. You are the world. Every single one of us is the world. So I'm asking you, what is it that you have done for yourself recently? For your goals, for your dreams? Why are you worried about what other people think? Why are you worried about what other people think you should do? How long have you spent on yourself recently? These are pertinent questions and questions that you have to ask yourself. You want to be a model, you want to be a rapper, you want to be a singer, you want to be a lawyer, you want to be a judge, you want to be a business person. How long have you spent researching about the things that you want to do? Have you surrounded yourself with people that want to do the same things that you want to do? They have the same energy. It doesn't mean that you need to ignore everyone else. It means that by surrounding yourself with losers, you become a loser. If you surround yourself with winners, you become a winner. How many people I have met that chose the wrong friends? If you see somebody's ambitious, is kind, is respectful, somebody likes you, they listen to you, you have good conversation, these are the people that you need to be around. These are the people that you need to choose. Don't ever let any relationship, loving relationship, stop you from having friends, from having a social group. This is absolutely, unequivocally unacceptable in every way, shape, or form. Everybody has a purpose in our life. Everybody feels a certain void or has a certain characteristic. And together we are all fulfilling in life. But the fact of the matter is, choosing good friends makes a total difference for your future. Because you can't choose family, but you can choose not to speak with family. Because even family can be toxic. I would say even family is on average the first toxic thing that you come across. Remember, you are the light. And as the light, you have a huge responsibility. I know you didn't choose to have this light, but when you're loved by God or by the universe or by good, you are envied by evil, by the devil, by bad people. Because the devil wanted from the beginning what God had. You have that light. You are the light. Stop making excuses. Stop blaming other people for your problems. Yes, people talk about you. Yes, people envy you. Yes, people do everything they can to, they're cunning, they are deceiving, they're conniving, and they will make all kinds of schemes to make sure that you don't get the upper hand because they are jealous, because they are intimidated by your greatness. Stop giving your precious time, your finite time, to people that don't deserve it. And most importantly, stop making excuses, stop blaming other people. Take accountability for your actions. Take accountability for your choices. Yes, people spoke about you, but you put yourself in a position where they could speak about you. Yes, people stole from you. You put yourself in a position where people steal from you. You had repercussions about certain actions. You had those actions before the reaction was due. That is a fact of a matter. Once you take accountability, you will see that you will take power off these people's hands. Every time you blame other people for your problems, you are giving them power over you. Oh, this person made me feel like this. This person made me feel like this. So this person has the power to make you feel in some type of way. That's a lot of power. You are giving them that power. So yes, I put myself in a position to be hurt. It's my fault. So I will take that power. I will keep that power. And I will absolutely curate my environment, be away from these people because they don't deserve me. Because they don't deserve you. You are the light. You see, everyone is special, but not everyone has the light. I don't know why you're more special than everyone else or why some people are, but the fact of the matter is, the why is not important. What's important is that you need to manage that light because you know you have it inside you. Don't be afraid to be judged. Don't be afraid to be ostracized. Don't be afraid to face your fears. Even Jesus was judged. Even Jesus suffered from injustice. Why shouldn't you? What makes you so much better that you think that, why is this happening to me? Why not? You see, it's not going through adversity. It's not the adversity itself that makes you stronger, makes you better. Everybody goes through adversity. That's just being alive. It's how you handle it. And if you are the light, as you are the light, you will have a ton of adversity. But you'll get through the other side. You get stronger and better and wiser. And you, every time, people talk about you, every time people put you on the spot, every time it feels like the universe is against you, it just shows how special you are. You see, you don't remember the ones that are average and normal, right? Some people, we don't even remember them until we see them. We don't talk about them. But people are always talking about you. There's something special about you. They feel it. They see it. You don't see it, but they do. They know that you are the light. So these are things that as the light, you should always do. You should always choose your surroundings carefully. You should always have your own back. You should protect yourself at all times. You should always tell the truth, or at least try not to lie. You should never pass a judgment. You can make assessments, but not judgments. You should never gossip. You should never tell other man's or other woman's life to anyone. You should be impartial unless you have to give a good advice. You should always be a good friend by telling them things that they don't want to hear. You should be hardworking. You should not steal, and you should not scam. You should always worship God. Always. At the very least, you should meditate and know yourself. You should try to make the best decisions possible according to the information that you have. You should not have regrets on the things that you know you did out of good faith, even if it goes wrong. You should always have empathy. Treat people with the same love and level of respect that you'd like people to treat you. Always have empathy. You should always conduct yourself in a respectful way by respecting others. You should stand up for people that cannot stand up for themselves. And you should always be just. Because on our judgment day, you will be measured by the measurement you gave others. And don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to miss. Don't be afraid of pain. Your scars are the testimony to your battles and the blueprint of your victories. Always be calm. Always be serene. Let your inner peace guide you to your destiny. Always be loving. Don't be afraid to love. Don't be afraid to give people a lot of love, but only be good to good people, to those who deserve. There's a fine line between devotion and delusion. And when the devotion is one-sided, you are deluded. And a lot of us suffer from that same delusion where we keep believing people and stay in the same position thinking that they can change. And the whole time, these people are just utilizing our light because we are the light, and they're just feeding from us. Remember, love is building and not consuming. And also, don't be afraid to compromise. Adaptability is the blueprint for success. You have to be able to compromise. You see, life is full of compromise. A bird compromises his arms for wings so he can fly. That's a huge compromise. But what he gets in return is total freedom. It's things that most beings can't do. And on top of it all, make sure you get close to your spiritual self. Make sure that even if you do not believe in God, you start meditating. Take some time to understand how the world works, from spiritual to physical, because everything in this world or the next has a key. There are ways to do things, and as we learn, as we evolve with science, we understand that this world is very much made. You say there isn't a God. You say that you can't see the evidence and proof of a God. Fair enough. But maybe the reason why you don't see it because you are in a position where you don't want to see it. The way I see it, the existence of God does not need your permission. However, its manifestation in your life requires your acknowledgement of the divine, so your connection can be reattached like an umbilical cord connected to one's mother. And that's just a fact of a matter. If you refuse to see something, it does not exist. It is until you actually see and you acknowledge it that it comes in your life. It's just like everything, like success, like the things that you've been ignoring about yourself and about other people around you. Maybe some of these things are negative and you refuse to see them because you don't want to be disappointed. I would urge you to look into the spiritual world, understand that you're not just flesh and bone, and absorb that love, because that's what God is. And you being the light, even though life is hard sometimes, I promise you, you are loved the most. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been emotional as always. Thank you very, very much for listening. Remember, you are the light. Stay safe.